Alright guys, so today I'm going to show you how to use MSI Afterburner. It's a great program if you're looking to monitor your temperature, your graphics card, CPU, monitor your frame rate. Those are the main reasons for using it. Um, it's a great program, so we'll get right into it. So if you don't already have it, you're going to go to the browser, go to MSI Afterburner. Just go to their main website here, MSI Afterburner. And you're going to want to download the one that says final. You can do the beta if you want. I prefer just doing the standard one. You know it's going to be stable and nothing to worry about. But if you want to do the beta, that's up to you. So you'll just click that. It'll show up in your downloads, and you do the installer. It's also going to have you download Riva Tuner Statistics, which it's important to also download that because that's the program built into MSI that allows you to cap your frame rates, which is another main reason of using this software. So after you have it downloaded, you're going to open it up and it's going to look something like this. Now, this might not look like it on your screen. This is just the design that I have chosen. I'll show you how to change that in a little bit. But you can see here it shows your GPU clock, your memory clock, temperature. Down here, this is all if you want to do any overclocking. I personally never touch this stuff. I don't know enough about it where I ever really wanted to mess with it. But you can if you'd like. You can see it's all on +0, +0. That's where you want to leave it. Your temperature limit and your fan speed. I always leave the fan speed on auto. I believe there is a way to do like fan graphs if you want to really customize it. But I always just leave it on auto. I haven't had any issues. So if you actually want your temps and everything to display up here in the left corner, which is what you'll see a lot of people do, you need to go into settings on the gear icon. And you just click on the monitoring tab. So you can see here the list of everything. GPU temperature, GPU usage. If you keep scrolling down, you'll see CPU, temperature, and CPU usage. Now they have it broken down where you could literally monitor every single core of your CPU if you wanted to. I just keep it on the standard, just basic CPU temp and basic CPU usage, but that's up to you. And then all the way at the bottom is frame rate. So you want to, if there's not already a check mark next to the ones you want, you put the check mark. You just click there. Now, if it's not actually going to appear up here when you pull up a game unless it also says in OSD for in on-screen display. So you want to make sure it's checked mark. And then if that's not there, you just go down here and you click right here where it says show in on-screen display. You just check it, get everything that you want, and hit apply. Now, you go into a game. It might not appear right away in the top left. Normally, by the time you get to the title screen of the game, it will be there. But depending on the game, sometimes it takes a few seconds for it to pop up. So there it goes. Now you can see here, GPU, about 50 degrees Celsius and 50% load. CPU, about 40 degrees Celsius, about 20% load. Then here's your frame rate. And then over here it shows the API that you're using. So most games are DX12. It might say DX11. Or if you're using Vulkan, it'll say Vulkan there. Now, if you want to change your frame rate, right now mine's capped at 60. All you got to do is Alt-Tab, back out to your desktop. Now, since you downloaded Riva Tuner at the same time, anytime you open up MSI, if you just click over here on the arrow, Riva Tuner will automatically go into here after you have it installed. So you just click on that. And then right on the main screen here, you see frame rate limit. You simply click on it, type in whatever you want. I'll bump it up to 120 and hit enter. Then you can minimize it back out, Alt-Tab back into your game, and boom, the frame rate will refresh. For some reason, if it doesn't work, occasionally it might not reflect. If it's being weird for some reason, then simply just Alt-Tab back out again, reopen it, retype it in, and hit Enter, and it should work on the second attempt, but normally it always works on the first. I've noticed with some games, for some reason it doesn't want to pop up right away, and it's if you wait like a minute and it still hasn't popped up. Some games don't like MSI for whatever reason. A lot of games are getting better about it, but a trick I found sometimes is if it's not appearing, if you just kind of tap on the Alt button a couple times, like you were gonna Alt tab to a different screen, that might get it to pop up. Or if you just Alt tab and actually transition to a different screen altogether and then go back, it might pop up that way too. That's just a trick that I've found. That is pretty much the basics of how to do it. Like I say, there is a lot more settings you can do, but that's really all you need. Say get your basic temperatures, get your basic, get your frame rate up there. Because like I say, a lot of older games don't have built-in frame rate caps. So if you're playing an older game, you know you're going to be getting like 1,000 frames per second for no reason, and then you're making your card work harder than it has to for no reason. So it's a great tool specifically for older games. A lot of the newer games have in-game frame rate caps now, so it's getting better. But from what I've read, it seems that doing it through Riva Tuner works the best as far as causing any sort of latency or anything like that. Now, if you want to change how this looks, which is completely personal preference, you simply click on the gear icon, tab over to the user interface, and right here is a drop down with all sorts of different ones. You simply check one, hit apply, and it changes it. As you can see, some of them appear, you know, more cluttered looking than others. I always keep it on the touch of modern towards the bottom here, just because I think it looks simple, clean, and it's easy to read all the numbers. That's a general rundown of how to use MSI Afterburner. Hope you enjoyed, and hope it helps you out if you had any questions about it. Like I say, there's more stuff you can do with it, but this is just a basic rundown, so hope it helps you.